Hello everyone, welcome back to Blackjack. I'm Blackjack Aviani, and for the last few days on my YouTube channel, I've been asking y'all some questions, mostly centered around, let me get the image here, a color, whoa, hello, a color wheel, like that, and basically it's a voice acting meme. I've seen some of my fellow compatriots, spread around, and they want people to suggest characters associated with those colors, and you guys came through in a big way. It's very nice. We are going to start off with red. Why are we starting off with red? I don't know, but this one I didn't so much ask about this character. It's just one I know a couple of you appreciate. Mars. Move her over to the corner here.
That face, it brings back bad memories. I'm talking about the windworks. I got a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You do remember me, right? Don't you? Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I'm Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. So what is it? Are you some lovey-dovey couple to the rescue? Not a chance. Not even a teeny one. You're all going down. We don't have anything to discuss with the likes of you. Oh, shush! As long as it's what Master Cyrus wants. We're with him every step of the way. For you, we will do anything. Even if it means we're just pawns or tools for you to use.
Mars, my god, go to therapy, please. And the next one here for red was suggested by Sarge Ray, and that is Scarlet Witch. And so you guys know, I'm not trying to copy official voices. I'm just going for how I would voice these characters. Some of them are going to end up quite different from how they canonically sound, and of course Scarlet Witch has had several voice actors over the years. To some, it's about trying to find the magic in your life. To others, it's about standing up and facing your fears. To many, it's about staying young at heart no matter how old you get. But everyone's story begins once upon a time, and it's up to us to cherish the time we're given to ensure we live happily ever after. No, your ego blinds you to the truth, Pietro. It always has. Synapse nearly died because of you, and you alone. Until you can accept that and atone for it, you will not be welcome here. And of course I gotta do no more mutants. Alright, let us move on. Our last red one here was suggested by Hathor Liderc. And I laughed out loud when I saw this, and I had to. Because right now... Oh, they just automatically go in that corner. Okay, yeah. The next year. I know I'm about to give you a big ol' knuckle sandwich! So open wide, big guy! I'll probably be on this floating island forever, guarding the Master Emerald again. I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more. Where in the world am I? I don't remember being here before. Something about it is familiar. Huh. This is very strange. Oh no! You got an FDO now. Next, green. Green's gonna be an interesting section. First off, suggested by Sarge Ray, we have Shigo. Gotta have Shigo. Love Shigo. I know I'm going to regret... come on, get the lines off the screen. I know I'm going to regret saying this, but you may have finally achieved so dumb it just might work. This is sick and wrong on so many levels. Oh, no, you are not going to jack some kid's wheelchair. You actually stole a wheelchair. What's next? Candy from a baby? And, suggested by both Kippyips and Goofy Goofball. Yeah, I bet you guys didn't anticipate me going the way I'm going to go with Link. Because what I did is I opened the Twilight Princess manga and got his actual spoken dialogue. How about you pay me 500 rupees for every hour I've worked and we'll call it even? I love Ordon Village. I love my farm work. The people in this village, the goats, the spring, and Farron Woods, too. I want to be part of this village. This book contains sorcery and black magic. I order them from the catalog at Sarah's Sundries. Perhaps a shepherd like me shouldn't be reading these kinds of books. Just kidding. To be honest, I can't read this book either. The title sounded interesting, so I bought it. But when I opened it, I couldn't understand a lick of it. Come on, let's go fishing. Okay, I know that's not what you're here for. You're here for... Yeah. And oh god. Yeah, this was suggested by Illustrious Rocket, and I do wonder about some of the selection processes here, but he wanted to hear Bowser. Gonna make Bowser a little bigger here. I know that's the art I pulled, but the text I got here is from Mario RPG.
Alright, people, farm ranks! Attention, shelled warriors, hooded sorcerers, and last but not least, groundling Goombas. This is our finest moment. The Koopa Troop is invincible. We shall be victorious. The bridge is down, but we'll find a way to get back in. Move out on the double. Yeah, I'm a piece of work, ain't I? All this power and looks, too. I know, you're thinking a big, strong guy like him would be great to have along, right? I'm gonna do something I may regret later. I'll let you join the Koopa Troop. You can thank me later. They've thrown me out of my own... I decided to take a vacation. They can't do this to me. Anyway, I was working on a plan to get my house back when Mario walked up to me and begged me to let him join the Koopa Troop. I had no choice but to let him in. It was pathetic. Like the moon over the day, my genius and brawn are lost on these fools.
I love the haiku. Oh gosh, I love the haiku so much. I can't wait for the remake there. That's gonna be so much fun. Okay, I had difficulty finding lines for this character here, but suggested by Sarge Ray, Vivi from One Piece. I can't get those lines off the screen. I can't just sit around and do nothing. As royalty, it's important that I protect my people with everything I have. Everyone, I'm here to say goodbye. I cannot go with you. Thank you for everything. I want to go adventuring with you some more, but I can't. Because I love my country. This is why I cannot come along. I will stay here. But if we ever meet again, will you call me a friend once more? I did read One Piece. I don't remember if I got to her part or not. I read part of it. Netbug will let me know. Okay, this one is also suggested by Hathor Liderc. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with this with Skeletor. Let's move him over here. All of his lines I got from a video on Skeletor's best insults. You blundering fool! Impressive, you boob, it was spectacular! Get him, you dullards! Get him! No! No! I've used up all my power creating this hideous beast! Silence, you little bag of wind! Well, who asked you, you little vermin? Why,
you no good, rotten excuses for... Just watch me, you pile of scrap iron. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, goodness. And because you, the viewers, voted on my last light blue character, I am giving Ray a little special prominence. I only have two excerpts of hers, but one of them is pretty long. I'm gonna turn my gain up for this one, or down, or whatever it is.
Listen. At 0100 hours tomorrow, Operation Yashima is scheduled to begin. Pilots Ikari and Ayanami will report to Terminal 2, 1930 hours today. 2000 hours, the Evas, Unit 1 and Unit 0, will take position. 25, we launch. 2030, arrive at Fortress 2 for Tugo Mountain. After that, stand by for further orders. Tomorrow, when the day changes, the operation will commence. Mountain, heavy mountains, things that change over time. Sun, a unique object. Water, something comforting. Commander Ikari, flowers, so many of the same, and so many unneeded. Sky, red, red sky. The color red. I hate the color red. Water flowing. Blood, the smell of blood. A woman who never bleeds. Man made from red soil. Man made from man and woman. City, a human creation. Eva, a human creation. What is a human? A creation of God? Is man a human creature? Is man a human creation? The things I possess are a life and soul. I am a vessel for a soul. Entry plug, the throne for a soul. Who is this? This is me. Who am I? What am I? What am I? What am I? What am I? I am myself. This object is me. This is the me that can be seen. Yet I feel as though I am not myself. Very strange. I feel as if my body is melting. I can no longer see myself. My shape is fading. I feel the presence of someone who is not me. Is someone there beyond this? Ikari. I know this person. Major Katsuragi. Dr. Akagi. Everyone. Classmates. The pilot of Unit 2. Commander Ikari. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I've seen like one episode of that show and it was like 20 years ago. It was the one that took place during a heat wave. This next character is one I have voiced, but I voiced a unique version of her. Because we're starting off the blue section with Impa. Impa is great. We Simpa for Impa. But the version of her I voiced is for the Growing Up Gerudo fan comic dub. And she's like an old soldier in that one. So I do kind of a unique voice for her. But Sarge Ray just suggested Impa, and since the dominant color here is blue, you know, I gotta use the Hyrule Warriors version, but I pulled lines from different versions for her. It's dangerous to go alone! Take me! Yes, she actually says that in Hyrule Warriors. It's great. So, you're finally awake. It has been a long time, Link. I'm much older now, but you remember me, don't you? The boy with the noble Zelda's ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker. And I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants.
I love Impa so much. Impa for Smash. Kippyips wanted to hear me do Meta Knight. I was like, you guys have heard me as Meta Knight, because I used my Meta Knight voice for Brassius in my Pokemon Violet playthrough. It's not very good, but then I realized you guys have heard my Mars voice before because I use it not only for Mars but for Arezu. So, you know, why not? With every battle, Kirby's strength and skills intensify. He truly has the makings of a great star warrior. Come back when you can put up a fight. Your father gave that to me. At the end, something stopped him from fully surrendering himself to NME. It was the love he had for you. Now, my power is without rival. Come. And Goofy Goofball suggested this next character, and for a band, it was surprisingly hard to find dialogue for Gorilla's characters. So here is 2D, and all I could get from the description was that he has a higher-pitched, semi-Cockney accent. Never really thought about anything as far as I can remember. Of course, my Cockney is always Australian, I don't know why. And they really joined the band to make music, and now I'm being held captive by a bastard bass player in an underwater submarine, being attacked by southern pirates who are trying to take over this rotten piece of breaking plastic in the ocean that gorillas call help. All this just to make a video. It's making me want to die. Oh, I have fun with these roles, my gracious. Next we're going into purple, and I do caution because the first character suggested here, suggested by Sarge Ray, is Camilla from Fire Emblem, specifically from Fates, and I looked up her dialogue, and most of it is I could just sit and stare at your cute little sleeping face for hours. Come on, I promise I won't kiss your cheeks while you're sleeping. Oh, who am I kidding? I can't promise that. Oh, please, we're not blood related, and everyone knows that. You know, I've always been a bit sad that we're not actually related, but if we got married, we would be. So is that a no? Hello, Jacob. How fortunate to run into you like this. I've been meaning to thank you for all that you do for Corin. However, I would also like to inform you that your services are no longer needed. You can instead focus your efforts on other members of the company. Was I not clear enough? I'll be providing for Corin from this moment forward. Camilla, no. You have issues. Okay, next up is one I wanted to do. Make that a little smaller. His head's already enormous. So now, my primary experience with Frieza, I read the manga, and I watched DBZ Abridged, so... Now you see that it is useless to flee or resist. So why don't you come on down, sir? Yes, much better. That's the way I like it. You destroyed our expensive scouters. I suggest you give us your Dragon Ball as an apology. You've seen how we do things. If you continue to be stubborn, these children will die next. Dear me, everyone on this planet is so terribly stubborn. You and the children will have to die after all. I knew it. There's truth to the legend after all. A pure heart, you say. No wonder Vegeta couldn't pull it off, no matter how mad he got. Damn him! Damn him to hell! The humiliation. Frieza, beaten by a lonely, half-evolved Saiyan.
This is a nightmare. That's what this is. I'm going to wake up and I'll be victorious. I'll be Fraser. You won't kill me. You're the one who's going to die. I can survive in the vacuum of space. How about you? This planet is finished.
I think I got a little Kefka in there at the end, but... let's see, who is next? Oh! Next one I had, I have heard of this character, but I've never actually watched Fushigi Yugi, but here is Noriko, suggested by Kaori Suzuki. Because if you live your life worrying over losing what you have, then you've already lost it. You can't be happy when you're worrying like that, and you can't love to the fullest if you're guarding yourself either. So you just have to be strong, love as much as you can, and hope that when the day comes that you lose something, you're strong enough to get through it. Whoa, the cat's out of the bag. Yes, I'm a guy. What are you going to do about it? I've abandoned the path of manhood in the name of love. And I've never seen this next show, but it was suggested by Sarge Ray. I know a little bit about the character. But yeah, Rose Quartz from Steven Universe. We can leave our old lives behind. If this is really my world, I want to give it the crystal gems. I want to live here with human beings. I want to live here with you. We'll both finally be free. And I need you to know that every moment you love being yourself. That's me, loving you and loving being you. Yeah, I didn't actually get a lot of lines for her. This next character is very popular, but as far as finding actual spoken dialogue, well, things can get a little bit tricky. So I did go with part of the instruction book here.
Hi, I'm Kirby. Pleased to meet you. I'll be doing the explaining from here on, so listen carefully as you'll need my advice to knock out King DDD. Loyal. Welcome. Punch. Hi.
Oh yes, that was suggested by Kippyips and Hathor Liderc. So, the last one for Pink is a character I have no experience with whatsoever. Aside from what I've learned through fandom osmosis, and that is Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents.
Why? What do you mean, why? They're my best friends. Well, they make me feel safe. They make me feel special. They make me feel loved. They may make a few mistakes, but they're my pals, and I love them more than anything. What have I done? Instead of creating non-stop fun time, I've erased time altogether. There's no more dinner time, or lunchtime, or breakfast time, not even snack time. Everybody will starve. With no bedtime, nobody will be able to sleep. Without downtime, I'll never be able to sit and pointlessly stare at nothing for hours on end. And without TV time, I can't watch America's Funniest Dental Exams, despite the fact that it's educational. Cosmo, Wanda, help! Alright, we are getting into the last couple colors here. We start off with Launch from Dragon Ball, suggested by Sarge Ray. What are you gonna do, poison me? You call that slop food? In case I forgot to mention it, I'm allergic to garbage. That's enough of that! Don't talk like you're not coming home. If any of you get splattered, I swear I'll fill you with so many bullets, you'll jump back to life just to beg me for mercy. I know you're game, old man, and I don't want to play! And there.
And this next one was suggested by Raen Black Metal Enthusiast. Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. And remember, despite having a budgie named Sonic, I haven't played a Sonic game since the first one. So Sonic's right. I can't think of every possible outcome because I am only one guy. But if I could split myself into 5, I could form a brain trust of super scientists. The fate of Station Square depends on me, huh? Sonic, I changed a lot since I started hanging with Sonic, but I can't depend on him forever. I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on! Hey, I did it. I did it all by myself. This next one was suggested by EmoPrincessSara. And, oh no, wait, the camera's reversed. This way. Lucamine from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm glad there are people like you who travel the islands to learn more about Pokemon. There are also those unfortunate people who harm Pokemon for their own selfish reasons, or even for profit. And that is why I'm here. I'd be like a mother to all these poor Pokemon and shower them with love. Even Pokemon from distant worlds, far from the Alola region, are worthy of my love. Oh, you sweet boy. I'm already over 40. My, you do say such incomprehensible things. Calling me mother. I don't have any children. Certainly not any wretched children who would run off and reject my love. So, tell me how you'll save that Pokemon. What can you do, Lily? You failed to convince me to listen to you. You don't even have the strength of a trainer. The only thing that you've ever done on your own is steal someone else's research material. You're not beautiful enough for my world. But fine. Since you're here anyway, you can watch me summon my sweet beast. And then you can leave. You're right. It probably will die. Because I'm going to force it to use its power whether it wants to or not. Maybe if you really had been a daughter to me, I would have listened to you. Too bad. When did you start becoming beautiful? Pokemon villains have so much fun. Now we're getting into our final section. I'd never actually heard of Vixen before, but she's from DC Comics and she was suggested by Sarge Ray. Also, I hope that's official art. It was credited to Bruce Timm, but I don't know if it's just in his style. If it is not official art, please let me know. Because all I could find was stuff from comic books, and they don't often translate well to a small style, so we choose to live like this. We choose this bloody path. There are a million ways to help people, to make the world a better place. Ways that don't have anything to do with fists and guns and corpses. Work with criminals, live in a prison, maybe get myself killed for bad money and no glory. Sure, why not? And I say you can't call the man a cook if he won't use fire. It is strangely hard to find quotes from comic book characters. I think you have to look up most of the, like, scans. Okay, Orange. Suggested by Goofy Goofball. Applejack from My Little Pony. I am old enough to have some of the originals still. Oh my god. Now, I'm used to picking myself up and dusting myself off, but Rarity won't even touch mud unless it's imported. Dear Princess Celestia, it's a tad easier to be proud when you come in first than it is when you finish further back. But there's no reason to hide when you don't do as well as you'd hoped. You can't run away from your problems. Better to run to your friends and family. Believing in something can help you do amazing things. If that belief is based on a lie, eventually it's going to lead to real trouble. And this last one of my viewing audience, in fact, my dear friend Netbug, who made the magnificent thumbnail that you clicked on. I will put her channel description, or her channel link in the description. Netbug, I beseech you, go no further. You are to turn this off immediately, and you are to come back after you've finished either Scarlet or Violet. Because the final character is Professor Sada, who, as you recall, I played Violet, so, I have never actually met this woman, but God, I hope she shows up in the DLC. I hope they do, you know, the other professor. Or, is Netbug gone? Is Netbug gone? I hope they do the professor that left when Arvin was a baby shows up in the DLC. I am currently at the deepest point of Area Zero in the great crater of Paldea. I've been researching the unique Pokemon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final step of the great Professor Sada's glorious research. It is theoretically possible to travel to the past. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present. Arvin, if possible, I would like us to speak when we can meet face to face. It will be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal. It is up to you now. Please, defeat me. There was so much I wanted to grab for that one. The part where she explains what happened to the real Sada, the farewell. Oh gosh, there was so much I wanted to pick from, but I had to limit myself. Anyway, yeah, that's the color wheel of voices, and I've had a good time. I'm surprised I didn't blow my throat out after that Bowser voice. I'm kind of amazed I didn't need to take a drink at all. Well, I hope y'all had fun. Tell me what your favorite voice was. Tell me if there's any other characters you want me to play as. Oh gosh. Are there any you think that I could improve? Any you think that I could improve if I knew the character more? Massage my ego. Tell me if you like any of these better than the official voice. Tell me, just what you like, what you thought, maybe even what you didn't like. I don't know. What I don't like is the background. We never read any of these books. There's maybe like a couple up there about like cat maintenance, but like most of these books over here are from my grandma, and like she died in 1988, and I don't think anybody's written or read most of these since then. So, gosh, yeah, I need to get a new background. Hopefully soon. Watch this space for details. I'm not saying anything. Anyway, until next time, I'm Blackjack Gaviani. Farewell, my free adventurers.